Hello everyone and welcome on back to the channel. I am a long-standing Guild Wars 2 player, lover of World of Warcraft, and Final Fantasy XIV enthusiast, but also noob. My history with Final Fantasy XIV is one that spans many years. I tried it, I stopped playing, I tried it again, I stopped playing, I tried it again, and then it clicked. And I'm currently playing through Heaven's Ward, and I'm going to venture off into Stormblood as that has been added to the free trial. I am also now tapping into and locking into the fact that Dawntrail is about to release. I have yet to watch the entire Dawntrail full trailer, so today I wanted to, as a new player, newbie experience I would say, look at the trailer, examine things, maybe remember some key characters that I have not interacted with in some time. Overall, just try to participate in the community reaction that is Final Fantasy XIV. One thing Final Fantasy XIV will do is create some good music. Some real good music.
Ah, blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities.
It's so pretty.
I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
It's so HD.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Ooh. I do not know who that character is. The Warrior of Light. The facial hair? Okay, the facial hair does something to me. I think it speaks to me in a language I have long since spoken myself. Ooh. The coloring is so good, the lighting.
There's no cause for panic.
Oh. Is that a Stinian? Y'all can yell at me in the comments. We get to see some Dragoon action. It's gonna cut, isn't it? Oh no, it's not. Oh yeah, this is the full trailer. That transition was nasty. That was good. That was good. Ooh, I love the architecture. Very like Incan, Mesoamerican. Ooh. Take it off, baby. Take it off. Alice? Is that their name? Is that her name? I'm really trying to remember these names. The whole cast of characters. The Viper, the new job, Viper. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so beautiful. Using dual wield, Y'shtola. The lingering on the shot on that. They said marketing. They said new merchandise.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
Thancred. Let's see if I can win this mini game that is me remembering these names. Oriange. Now I know Oriange because I love saying his name. Darth Maul. Oh yes. I'm a big fan of everything that I'm seeing right now. The lighting, the action. I know him. I do remember that. I do remember that being on Twitter. Pictomancer. Not gonna lie, I might want to main a Pictomancer. Oh, it's so beautiful. What an interesting class. An interesting fantasy. that a bunny? What was that? Oh, it is. I was like, is this abstract art? I wonder how big this city is gonna be. Yeah, there's 2 sides to Turl. What a great trailer.
There. Look, my friends.
Alphino.
Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
They look so HD.
And your adventure.
Everyone looks so HD.
I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage.
What's the
We have come to the land you call the New World.
female Hrothgar?
My home. Tura.
I can see. You know what? Final Fantasy XIV. They do a fantastic job with their trailers. What can I say? Dawntrail. Dawntrail. So stunning. So beautiful. Exquisite. Summer 2024. It's right around the corner. I think it's quite literally around the corner. Isn't it like July? My thoughts about this trailer are pretty consistent with the other Final Fantasy XIV trailers that I've watched. Shadowbringers was really, really cool and really edgy. Dawn trailer, I think, is a great contrast to the previous trailer that I watched of Shadowbringers. I think that was the last one I watched. That was the last one I kind of remember. This is so much more bright. It feels whimsical and fun and adventurous, like going off to distant lands and having a completely new experience, new storylines. And I think that's really exciting. I think a lot of games are going in that direction of trying to change the mold and trying to change up patterns and expectations from their storylines. So this will be really cool. I'm loving the environment, the cinematic depiction of the environments that we're going to be exploring in Turl. And I think it's always so amazing, and I always tip my hat to Final Fantasy XIV in terms of going to the lengths of creating such an elaborate cinematic trailer. They never need to create these lengthy trailers. It's tradition, of course, but having so much detail and budget thrown at these trailers for marketing and just such visual delight, and depicting action and classes and combat and the jobs, showing off the new jobs in the trailers like Viper and Pictomancer are always so cool. So cool. I wish that every single game would go to those lengths, but Final Fantasy XIV, I think, does it like no other company in terms of creating a cinematic experience for the viewer, for the player, and even for just new people who are just watching it. Might catch a glimpse of it online as an ad or a trailer, or on TV if they have a TV marketing budget as well. I haven't really progressed too far in the story, of course. I'm just getting to Stormblood. But if I'm correct, a larger storyline has finished, and this is the first expansion where they're picking up something new, a new mission. I went to the website to get a little bit of a TLDR brief. What we will be doing right now after this is I want to react to the job action trailers for Viper and Pictomancer. I'm a healer main usually, so I'm a very huge fan of Astrologian, White Mage, Scholar. I haven't played Sage, but I would love to when I get to that expansion. And we're going to go over and watch the new job action trailers just to get like a little sense of what they might be. All right, let's start with Viper. Love the art as well. The character art for the jobs is so good. So there are some ranged attacks. Maybe not many, but just something to have in combat if you're at various range thresholds. There was a dash in, slicing combos. I think there was like a red crystal in one of their job gauges, which might have been used up. There's also the top part of the job gauge, which is filling up blue. And it swaps from blue to red. They're in their dual saber mode. which might be blue. And then the two-handed might be... Oh, it's just very pretty. I don't really know what I'm seeing, but it's very pretty. It looks very fast-paced and visceral, which I think we all want that from Final Fantasy XIV job actions and classes. We'll replay that one more time. Yeah, they start out red. The top, like, mana pool, that's what I kind of would see it as. And then it zaps to blue. They're still in their red phase. And then now it swaps to blue. And they're in their dual saber. I'm trying to analyze. I shouldn't analyze. I have no idea what's going on. But I think that this class is giving a great sense of speed and viscera and just heavy hits and dashing, which I think is, you really want that from a Viper. A class named Viper evokes those emotions of hard, fast strikes and very hard to catch. So I love that. I think Viper was really good. I was very much impressed with this segment of the job action trailer. We have White Mage. Now, I'm a White Mage stan. We're not going to really get into White Mage, so we will move on over to the Pictomancer, which is towards the end here. Pictomancer is a ranged, or magic ranged DPS. Now, I do know a little bit more about Pictomancer as I've watched some of the trailers. They're currently creating their canvases, and then you use these spells to create... You'll work towards creating a Moogle, if I am correct. And you have your basic, like, water and blue. The names for the abilities are very much like the type of spell, but in its color, and that's kind of the Pictomancer's way of doing it. It's like a holy ability, I think. Getting to use one of the canvas abilities, I think, with the hammer, a ranged hammer, and it created the balloon at one of the job gauges right above the canvases. And now it's created the wings for the Moogle, and you see that beam. And then they have one more to create, I think. I think that's how it goes. But the coloring, and it looks so solid. It looks very, like, kind of Splatoonish, but I think it works in this setting. I think the graphics for the spell effects are really good. So they've completed all 3 of those, and then I think that's what allows them to cast this field spell, or that's indicating that they have, like, the final ability to use. Yeah, that one. There we go. It just looks really cool. It looks so vibrant and so beautiful and very impactful as well for a magical range DPS. Even though it's so brightly colored and so many vibrant colors and hues, it still feels very homogenized. As, like, if someone saw these skill effects, they'd be like, ah, that's the Pictomancer. So I think they did a really good job with that. And it doesn't just scream a whole bunch of different colors and it's going to, you know, muck up the screen. It still looks very consistent. It looks very clean, which I always commend Final Fantasy XIV. They're able to do really fancy, detailed spell effects, but because of their options in the game, you can turn off those effects on allies, so you're still able to read the game. You're still able to understand what is going on, which I think more games should go in that direction and kind of take a note from Final Fantasy XIV and those options. So they're doing... Viper and Pictomancer are looking to be very solid, at least from a visual representation and visual perspective. And I have seen more about Pictomancer in depth, and that gameplay rotation does look really fun. Somewhat simple to approach, but fun nevertheless. And it just looks really cool. And that was my overall reaction for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. I'm very much excited to work my way towards Dawntrail, but I have quite a few expansions to go, and I don't necessarily want to purchase a story skip because I think this story in 14 is so well crafted and such a staple and such a pillar of the game that to skip it is to miss out on so much of the magic of 14. But Dawntrail, the trailer looks really well done. I think it showed off quite a few features in terms of the new classes, the new jobs, and also the female Hrothgar, the new environments that we're going to. And then the job action trailer for the Viper and the Pictomancer, I thought, sold it pretty well. Viper looked really fast and fun to play. Pictomancer looked really colorful and unique, and a different approach to spellcasting using paint. I think it's always nice when the actual medium of magic is changed up a bit and we're now using paint. So those are really huge. And those are my closing thoughts for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Thank you guys so much for coming on by and watching a newer player react to Dawntrail. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below what you're excited for about Dawntrail, and any recommendations as to if I should just no-life Final Fantasy XIV and very quickly work my way up to Dawntrail. I know some of my friends would definitely recommend me to do that. But thank you all for coming by, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Mwah.